Sekiro Shadows Die Twice was From Software's 2019 masterpiece. The game is so well crafted, it's easily the best single player experience they've made. The game flows so perfectly with its combat because of how it's centered around the sword. But I'll stop for now. This video isn't about me jerking off Sekiro, but it could be. But this video is about a very specific mechanic that this game's kind of built around, and that's stealth. In Sekiro, the number of enemies you face is up to you. Kinda. By taking your time, you can easily take out your enemies and even make bosses easier by getting rid of a health bar. This system rewards players for taking their time with easier fights in a game about grueling difficulty. So, I want to put it to the test. Can you beat Sekiro Shadows Die Twice without being detected? And why it's not possible. But first, before the video starts, I want to come here and say that I now have a Patreon and YouTube memberships. Both are the same and have the same tiers. We have behind the scenes stuff and one extra video a month of my random rambling, so go check it out. Okay, back to it. Right off the bat, after climbing out of the reservoir, the first thing you're taught is about stealth. Tall grass equals enemy can't see you. That's stealth 101 in any game. We were able to continue all the way up until we get to the Kasabamaru from Kuro. Now, here's where the challenge of the run comes in. This random ass dude, originally I was just going to kill him, but this other random ass dude at the bottom of the staircase would always see me, so that wouldn't work. Also, side note, if I got spotted, I would just throw myself off a ledge, just so we're in the clear. So, what do we do? Well, this is where my favorite part of these types of runs come in. The theory crafting. This time, I decided to go backwards and this time sneak past the first two enemies. While the guy at the bottom of the staircase went upwards, I would sneak across and jump on top of this wall. Great! That's what I love about these kinds of runs, finding a unique problem and crushing it. It's a great feeling. We scale along the back of the wall and end up at the next issue, which is these guys guarding the gate. But since Sekiro has a really rich environment, we can climb on top of the gate, and from here we can jump to the house, take out this guy, and then jump to this branch without being detected. From my testing, it seems the first mini-boss cannot be skipped, so here the run is technically dead. But if we tweak the rules just slightly, we can make it so that impassable mini-bosses and just mandatory bosses in general are void of that rule. We fail to kill Genichiro and we wake up with a new arm. In these first two levels, the maps are very open and allow for the use and familiarization, God I can't speak English, with the game's new mechanic, the grapple. And because of this, we can stick to the roofs and edge of the map, killing the scarce enemies that we come across. Until you get, spotted by a rooster and have to do it all over again. That's fun. We can pick up a shuriken wheel and then take on the first well, this is something I didn't think about till now. All mini-bosses have 2 health bars, and while we can self-death blow to remove one of them, we can't get rid of the other, so we can't fight mini-bosses, and subsequently, we can't get many prayer beads, meaning our health is going to be very low this playthrough. But, not to brag, I'm bragging, but this isn't much of an issue for me, as I can either no-hit most bosses or at least not heal, so I'll be okay. Taking the cliffside path, we can grab one of the most important items, Gachin Sugar. This makes it so that we're incredibly hard to be detected. The end of the mountain path takes us behind enemy lines, so I can make it to the side of grace, until a rooster spots me. Twice. Next up is the Chained Ogre, but first we have to somehow deal with these two here. Usually you'd sneak up on the armored one and then kill the basic one, but the problem with that is we can't be detected. Are you even paying attention to this video? Well, the way we get around this is one of our Gachins from earlier. It makes us slip right past these two and fight the Chained Ogre. He's incredibly easy, just do 2 hits and dodge to the right. I messed it up, but you can actually get a stealth death blow on him while using a Gachin Sugar, so the more you know. This section really stumped me, as I wasn't able to just stick to the edge of the area. This section is tightly packed. If I went to the right, a gunman would see me and then the alarm would sound. If I went to the left, I could take out this guy, but then there's so many people over here, it would be impossible to pass. I really didn't want to use a Gachins again since I'm limited to 3 at the moment, but I had to. I hope you can see where this is going. From here, it's a pretty easy trail to Gyobu. I take him down first try, and we get our first attack upgrade of the run. By Ishin, I mean Tengu, we can scale the tower and get a prayer bead. Getting to the bowl is pretty easy, just scale the outer wall and jump into the boss room before the 2 guys at the bottom of the staircase see you. I get spotted by the spearman, but I'm just going to roll with it because it's kind of RNG if he dies or not, and there's not much left, you'll see. I kill the bull and get ready to enter Ashina Castle. Now, here's where the run ends up being cut short. In Ashina, you're supposed to scale the roofs, but at a certain point, you're funneled into this roof. And here's how this roof goes. There's a night jar here and another 2 on the main roof. Now, you can stealth death blow this one, but the other 2 on the roof cannot... Roof? Am I a dog? Huh? But the other 2 on the roof cannot be passed. This, unfortunately, is the end of the run. I tried seeing if there was any other way up, but from the other side, you can't reach this grapple, and the door below is locked from the other side. Even if it was possible to pass these 2, you'd still have to get past the guy, which is always scripted to happen. So, no, it's not possible to beat Sekiro without being detected. Maybe there's some glitches or really precise jumps to get around, but I don't really have the time to find these jumps, and the glitches kind of ruin the run for me. I really like Sekiro, and would love it if they ever made a sequel with the level design maybe focusing on stealth a bit more. It works really well in Sekiro when it's implemented, and would add a bit more variety to the playstyle you could choose. Stealth was something I was excited to see in Elden Ring when I saw that crouching was a thing, but I was disappointed when I saw it did nothing, and just added nothing new for us, which was just a huge bummer to me. This was all a really sad ending to the challenge. I was really excited to see how it would go, but sadly it ended very quickly, and I don't really feel like just testing the other areas. I'm really sorry that this is such a short video. I'm working on a much longer video, so I want to get something out that was short in the meantime. I hope you'll like what I have next. But in the meantime, I am Aurora Berry, and I'll see you next time.